driver on North Altadena Drive. Bruce, if the watch commander decides that this pursuit is just too dangerous to continue and they call off the pursuit, why does
Bruce, it's Bruce, everybody. Bruce.
is still driving at erratic speeds and
Bruce.
passion?
It's an interesting question because having talked
Tell us
to
all about it, Bruce.
that
Good to see
special
everybody.
case or been involved
I'm over here
with watch
trying to
commanders,
set up
they
things
just feel
for
that they're trying to
Wall
get away
Warming
from
Wednesday,
what
and
at
this
that
guy wants
time
to steal a
it was something
motorcycle.
in their mind that said,
The
"Hey, I'm being
hell?
chased," but you're not being chased anymore. So it's just the freedom and wanting of the freedom, I guess.
Yeah, and
Freedom.
again, we see this
Freedom.
suspect just
See,
kind
it's
of
going to end now
walking
that I've
through
wasted
this
my time coming
area
over here.
when you
Thank
see
you.
big, large
Thank you, kind
intersections,
of
you
wild.
sort of hold your breath a little bit. But again, this
Freedom.
area is you have a lot of freedom on these roads.
Freedom.
There's not a lot of congestion right now.
Good to see
And now
everybody.
back eastbound on
Don't forget Wild
Colorado.
Woman Wednesday coming up
Since when
next.
we first came on air, he's kind of made a big loop. If he stays in this direction, he would go right back, roughly, 3 to 4 miles away, but back to where
Laffy.
he was essentially when we came on air here with this breaking coverage. Again, we are dipping in here to ABC7 and streaming
I
live.
will get off
Motorcycle pursuit that
TV.
started, at least when we caught on to it, that was in like the La Crescenta area, and now
Good to
right
see
in the
ya.
heart of Pasadena. And calling, if he continues straight here,
Stolen bike.
to Old Town Pasadena,
I would just take this to a parking garage and
pretty quiet right
get
now.
out.
Anytime that you go into Old Town
He's got a good
Pasadena,
enough lead on
you
the
have more
cops.
cars, more people walking around. They have those intersections that are like the four-way cross.
Right.
So that is super concerning.
What a wimp.
Lunchtime as well.
Yeah,
We know
exactly.
that, some
Oh,
cities
oh, oh, what are we
do a
doing?
great job with lunches, and Pasadena is
Changed
one
his
of
mind.
those
Maybe he saw something up the street he didn't want to go to.
lunchtime hour. And again, people
Bigfoot.
are not necessarily knowing
Colin Collins
that
with
there is
sports.
a pursuit taking place because you do not see any law enforcement walking. I mean, you see somebody walking in front, but again,
Walking law
people are
enforcement.
driven. Now they're
A
stopping.
lot of
So it
foot
almost looks like
officers
they're
in
not
LA, I
wanting
guess.
to follow the rules of the road.
He
Bruce,
doesn't know where he wants to
again,
go.
this person is still taking some risks.
Oh yeah, definitely they are.
Bruce.
A question people might ask is,
Do us a huge
why
favor,
not
guys.
have
Hit
some
the like if you
motorcycle
would.
officers chase him
We
that
appreciate
they
that.
can weave in and out of traffic? Well, having a motor officer in a pursuit is just so inherently dangerous for that motorcycle officer that most times they're not even
Aren't
allowed
all
to be in
chases
the
kind of
Yeah,
dangerous?
it seems like I would agree too.
Yeah, go
Right
for it.
now,
Why
he's
not?
passing Pasadena City College on the lower side of your screen. So he's passing a lot of landmarks that people are going to be familiar with here in Pasadena. Of course, you say Colorado Boulevard, there's nothing
Don't
wrong
forget,
with
kids,
that.
it is Wild Woman Wednesday. You don't want to miss
He's
the show
willing
we
to
got
go
coming
and
up
get away.
in
That
just
being
about
said,
30
I'm sorry if this
minutes,
is reiterating. Now in traffic mode,
25 minutes or so
only the
here.
chopper
Wherever you're watching this, you can watch
police
Wild
that
Woman
traffic
Wednesday.
with this motorcycle. Now
All
that
of the
being said,
wildest Wormans
there's not
in
going to be an
America.
officer right behind this
You don't
guy.
want to miss
They're
it.
going to know where he is. They're
Jay.
still following him. They want to get him, but they don't want to escalate the situation.
Man,
Bruce,
we've only had
they
one
don't want those
person
lights and sirens right behind the guy to
on a
escalate it.
motorcycle,
Yeah, Mark, that
get
is
unalived
100% true statement
live.
because
And
the
let's
more
hope
you put
that
pressure
this
on this driver, we've already
is not
seen
the
what
same
he's doing
situation,
not
because
being
I'd hate it.
if he now were to see multiple
But
units
yeah, don't
behind
forget,
him with lights and
today,
sirens,
now,
that may pressure
right
him
after
into
this,
even
Wild
more
Woman Wednesday.
unsafe maneuvers.
Yeah, and again,
It's wild,
I'm
I'm
watching
telling you.
this motorcycle rider, and going right in
Of
between
course,
cars
why wouldn't he?
and just kind of going through the intersections. I'm not quite sure if that was a red light or if it was a green light.
Hello,
But
Sherry.
again, I'm thinking this,
Joe, my old friend.
as many of us know this area, I'm thinking this motorcycle rider does not necessarily know this area because they're just driving in such an unusual manner. It looks like, are they about to get onto a freeway, or is this?
Oh, no.
That
It
was
looks like the freeway
on-ramp.
on-ramp to the 210.
Yep, back on the 210 freeway. He got on there at Maple Street, and he's back on the freeway.
When he was on the freeway, he was
those options
doing way over
comes
100.
to a pursuit,
Way
especially
over.
with a motorcycle. Would you prefer it being on a freeway versus city streets, surface streets?
Personally, as a watch commander,
Who didn't watch Red Asphalt as a young person back in the day?
because it's
Part of
basically one
driver's
direction, there are
education.
multiple lanes, but
Guitar
it's
Talk
pretty
Universe.
stagnant, meaning you're not going
Hawaii.
to have vehicles turning in front of you or trying to
Oh,
merge.
jeez, he's
In
really.
that case, a freeway.
He really made a bad decision
All
doing
of
this.
Jams up right here at Lake Avenue. There's the
I think Creed's got
junction where
nothing to live
it
for now.
continues onto the 210, but it's,
Oh,
it's more like an interchange because it goes
good
up
news
north
to
towards
hear.
La
Glad to
Cunada
hear
and,
it.
La Crescenta. So there's
Tell
always
Owen
a
I said
jam up right
hello,
here. So
Cole.
the traffic's slowing down a bit, especially on the 2 to 3 right
Yes,
lane.
young,
And he's staying in those
young,
lanes right now. Makes
handsome,
you wonder, is he going to go
shaved
back
Mikey.
onto
One
the
shaved
210
Mikey.
further westbound, which would take him up to La Cunada, just passing Lake Avenue right there?
I guess
He
so,
stays to the
probably.
left
I
of the
texted him.
Hammond
Yeah,
interchange,
I figured I
and
wouldn't
would
hear
then
back.
transfer onto the 134
He'll be here in a minute
westbound
because it'll
and
be
go right
time
back
for him
into
to
Eagle Rock and Glendale.
show up for
Right.
Chase
And then
soon.
again, Bruce, I don't know how. I'm sure you probably have a better understanding. I know law enforcement; they certainly can talk through their earpieces.
I'm
and
telling.
helmets, but I don't think are a lot of helmets.
I probably
the
would have
normal
stayed.
civilian
I mean,
helmets?
out here
Because
on
this
the
person
freeway,
does have
he's
a helmet.
moving.
So if they
I
did
mean,
steal this motorcycle,
he's
maybe
killing it.
the helmet was left
One
on it
false
for
move, and
speed,
this is
a lot of
over.
people, it's just a crime of opportunity.
Nancy, nothing's
But
happened
that
yet.
said,
It's
he
just
certainly knows how to shift the
a live
gears.
chase.
You can watch him. It's again, it's somewhat tricky to
If
know.
we know
how to
anything
ride
about Creed, he hasn't been on a bike in a very long time.
Driven one. It's not quite so easy where you just start up the motorcycle. It's not like a moped, right, Bruce?
No, that's correct, Colleen. I mean, when you steal a car, it's pretty easy. Put on the gas, put on the brake, turn the steering wheel, drive. But a motorcycle is a lot more difficult.
Thank
to
you,
do.
Bruce.
What's unique about
Bruce
this
with some
motorcycle
incredible
is
instruction
there's
for
an
us all.
additional helmet on the bike, which means we believe there's probably a little more than just a stolen motorcycle in this case.
Yeah. Again, we're
What?
trying to effort all those details. As you know, when
That sounds like a bunch of made up bullshit by Bruce.
The law enforcement.
Bruce just making shit up.
Behind it. They're
I believe
digging,
there's way more
and
to
then
this
we don't get
story.
a lot of updates, but we certainly will update the details as soon as we find out, because it's sort of like a little bit of a drip, like a faucet that
Miss
goes,
K,
drip
good to see you.
information. And again, as we find out more, we certainly share it with you.
Getting word here that
Oh, he
CHP
didn't?
is
I don't
now
know. I don't ever
joining the
keep up
chase
with it.
here
I
shortly
just
is
know
the
it's usually on.
latest update that we have, and that they are sending their chopper and ground units. So initially we had Pasadena PD, their chopper involved in this pursuit, at least in tracking mode.
He's only
Now,
here for the
California
stuffing,
Highway
not the
Patrol, according
cuffing.
to our desk, going to be getting involved in this pursuit and maybe re-engaging Bruce with ground units, and that's something.
Glad you guys know that, because I have not heard anything about that.
Different agencies joining in. Is that the case?
Because there he is right there. Is there? And that's fine. It's a
No.
GD lie, Creed.
No, Creed just got off the phone with our ISP. I was yelling.
Damn ISP.
Yes, damn them,
I'm
making
also
Creed
wondering,
want to
Bruce,
rage quit and
just launched
move
a,
away and never see another person
new
ever
effort
again.
to reduce,
All because of them.
reckless driving
Creed,
on our
let
freeways.
it be said now, Creed never lets anything bother him.
That's right. Just rolls right off the back of it. Anyway, so pursuit of a motorcycle rider. Do we know? Possibly stolen. Okay.
Stolen. Bruce is here, by the
Which does
way.
make sense because when we came on air,
Bruce is here.
Oh, thank God.
He said one of his quotes a while ago was, you know, when you steal a motorcycle, there's a lot more involved. When you steal a car, you just crank it up and start steering.
So, okay. All right, Bruce. Has he set us up for some big disasters yet?
No, but he's already put a conspiracy theory out there. He said, I see that there's a second helmet on that bike. So I believe there's probably a lot more to this story than we're thinking.
Is it Dave Tripp if we figured that out yet?
I hope so.
The road safe.
I hope so.
No, you guys tease me all you want. I'll sit there and I'll go off on each and every one of you like I just did my ISP. You guys have no idea how fucking annoying this is.
Until you
No
really
idea.
look at it and you go, oh, that's one of those new CHPs.
I do. I spent about a year trying to get mine right.
Right.
And again,
God, it was so bad.
Glendale
It was so bad.
So
It was no
I
good.
always find
Yeah,
interesting
no,
that
it's
the
and the guy
Sun
tells me,
they don't
so listen to
play
this.
well
The guy
together,
tells me,
the
he says,
CHP
well, I just ran a few tests. Yeah, there's some inconsistencies between like the upload we're talking about, between like 25 and 30ish. And I go, that's great. This is the third time, by the way. That's great. I'm paying for 50.
I think
3 different times.
We'll call it
Oh, they'll tell you that's up
Uh-huh.
250. You're not guaranteed 50.
You know, they all have
Up
mutual
to.
aid where
Yeah.
they help each other out. And at the end
Yep,
of the
fun
day,
times. Anyways,
the job is
Well, let's hope that this one doesn't end like, the one that was downtown that time.
I know. I talked about that a while ago. I said we've only had one fatality on a bike.
Yeah.
Right now,
And
on
that
the
one was
134, we talked about his
bad.
options
That was a bad one.
He just passed through
Because
the,
they did not pull
area.
out.
There's been no exit here.
They finished right all over the screen.
No,
They finished right there in front of us.
We watched, yeah. Yeah, it's that's true.
Option.
I wasn't too late, was I? I was just get about like 10 minutes, I guess.
Yeah. It happened
That's
too
on the
long.
phone.
I texted you. I was like, I'll give him a second. If you don't say anything, I'll just jump on.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was on the phone and I got Grotto. He was in my computer doing shit.
To take over
IT was there.
Yeah.
They were taking care of business.
Plates on the motorcycle. And an update here for perhaps why they're following this guy. Initial information.
Thank God Bruce is there, though.
Potentially that it was stolen.
Oh, look at this car.
Undercover.
Oh, right there, you're right.
Wow, undercover.
Yeah. Did you know that roof racks is a good way to disseminate between if it is an undercover or not? A lot of vehicles that are cop ones don't have luggage racks on top. The SUVs, anyways. Cars you can't quite do that with, but you know what I mean.
The more you know.
Yes. It's an educational channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody said maybe that's Creed on the bike. I said, if we know anything about Creed, we know he hasn't been on a bike in a very long time.
That's true, Creed hasn't. But I guarantee you I could pick it right up. I can't go far. God forbid it's uphill. But you know.
A new maneuver that officers will do. They're more inclined to
Roger.
Moving a little better now. We had a Roger who had to kick out of my press yesterday. Smelled the same way too.
Whether it is one of the
Oh, we're getting off again?
or another agency, we just don't.
I don't know. I mean, the camera work looks pretty good. Oh, we're going off-roading or nope, just a wide turn.
Ooh, he's right there. Dude, make a move.
That would have been a good time for that.
Bump him. Just give him a little bump. All you got to do is hit that back tire just a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of people that do coke.
Oh, jeez. Now we're going into oncoming traffic.
Just a little bump here and there is a lot better than doing full lines. You know what I mean?
By the way, those
when he slowed down like that, what a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but I mean, do we have clearance in order to do that kind of shit? That's the one question.
It looks like the undercover doesn't even have like the Ram Jam things on the front.
Black better. By the way, I think I watched the Tazen video last night at about midnight. I believe it went live. Just that video of somebody else's on our channel. That popped up.
How close a contact they can.
And I watched
Bruce, I'm not
and
sure
a dude got tased.
What?
It must be because it was a date and then a bunch of numbers. That's all. That's all the video was, and it was like at midnight.
On our channel?
Yes. Yes.
The main channel or Chase channel?
Main channel. No, I was watching. Other people were watching because I watched the likes go up to like 7 within a few minutes of it on.
I've got to look into that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the only thing that I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of. Hello, I think about Bruno.
It's as alive as it gets. Buongiorno, baby.
Oh, this is from earlier, him going by the post office or something? Cool. Wow, thanks.
I'm going past his house. He said going past my house.
Police officers were not immediately in tow.
I told my wife, get outside quick and record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is so.
Did you see it? Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing that's what it was. It was right. I don't know what it was. That was funny.
Oh, I've got to look. I have.
Yeah, it was just numbers in the title, and I wasn't thinking about. I'm like, what the hell is this? And there's this little watermark bouncing around. Like that doesn't say anything to do with us. And then once the tasing happened, then I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, some folks in the road.
After I saw the tasing, and I'm like, I put two and two together. I'm like, I bet that's what it is.
Not a big, heavy utility vehicle.
No, there's nothing up here. Nothing went live.
Obviously, a smaller.
On here, it doesn't say anything. Oh, I wish somebody recorded that. That's crazy.
Hey, can you go back into your history? Like I watched it on my phone. I wonder if I can go back in my history and see.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at instead of a couple of 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, you can go back in your history.
100 pounds
yeah.
on the motorcycle. However,
I thought it was strange. Yeah, because there's no. It was just somebody else's video.
And so does that maybe cause?
That is weird.
I was like, oh, is this something new? Maybe or I don't know.
That is great. I have no idea what it was.
Sure.
Yeah, and they come up so
It's
fast.
a
but it looks like
mystery.
they're-
Jude, thank you for the 5. I saw the YouTube vid card chase end car and half
They don't wanna
under
lose them, but might get pinned
Yeah,
down.
I remember that as
Situation
well.
where the
Yes, sir.
motorcyclist was able to evade a
Hey,
bit
Jude.
more.
Outmaneuver.
That was the one I sent
Main
Creed
story,
some video evidence of a body.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody said.
B-Shop called me,
Yeah.
and I
Uh-huh.
said, I don't think that's what it was. He's like, oh no, it was. He said, I saw the meat and everything. He said, you're looking in the wrong spot, and he sent me the pit screen grab. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely what that is.
But again,
He like he was having a good time though. He's like,
near the ABC7 studios, it is just so highly dangerous. And again, when you know
Highly.
that law enforcement,
Well, no, it was,
they-
but
they
it was,
have to
it was,
don't give up.
that was way earlier in the day,
to
though.
say,
Yeah.
So I'm
know,
wondering if it,
we're gonna
Risk
was-
versus reward.
there's no way
know.
to set that up though, like that.
the suspect.
right? I mean, yeah, you would have had to sketch
it's-
it, right? I
it's-
mean, it
yeah.
was right. I think it was like right at midnight. I could be so wrong now. Sweet tea, Peggy, what do we got,
The
Jason?
mystery.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw it. It saw just the numbers, and otherwise it really,
Taking the vehicle without the owner's consent.
The video that was supposed to play yesterday was
Yeah.
kind of like reddish looking. And there was a guy who, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. It was a guy who got pulled over and he's like, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Yeah, that was it.
And they tased
he
him.
was, like,
He was over by a
backing off.
wall.
Yeah, that was the video. Yeah. Dude rolled up on him. I guess he had gotten out of a car or something, and he was just trying. It was like a little traffic stop or whatever.
Yeah.
And he kept backing up on him. Yeah, and then he kind of waited for another unit to come before he took him or got him. Oh,
That's
no.
them, not us.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. What happened there? Kick us out, Creed. We're back.
And the newest information was that it was
Driving.
speed and
Caveman, thank you for the $5.
a couple 100 pounds, which is perhaps
A couple of 100 pounds of what?
less dangerous to the public. Still,
Meat.
though, it's like a missile out there. But we have
Missile.
these pursuits with motorcyclists
Moisture-seeking
and
missile.
really badly for the rider specifically.
Yeah.
It really increases the danger.
Yeah, do you have
for
to
them
upload something
if,
for pre-check? But wouldn't you still have to schedule it though, to like for it to actually be live or go and play?
No, I'd already put it over to be on
there's certainly an
during
incentive to bring this to a successful
I even deleted it after
Yeah.
the show because I was like, well, let me delete that. That's so weird.
It was one of those brand new CHP undercover vehicles, and I call them undercover only because they don't have a light bar on
Undercover.
top.
That is the dude that's still behind you, right? In the black. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
What he's talking about.
The body of the vehicle. And
200 pounds of raw sex appeal.
too, because people look
It's
at
like-
Moisture-seeking missile.
Moisture-seeking missile.
Sure. And Bruce, can I ask you this question?
Hi, Miss K.
Bruce, can I ask you,
Maybe watching here,
crypto, is it a good investment? What are you thinking, Bruce? Tell me.
Where? Thank you. Is it $5 Wednesday today? I guess I talk about proof. Listen, we don't even make up the fees. You guys just pay them. I love
It's
it.
all,
pretty minimal.
it's all on you guys.
Yeah, you guys are the ones that brought up like fees, like for your own birthday and pay us.
Getting around that.
We didn't make that up.
I like the idea though.
But in this case, all you really
I haven't asked in a while. Have they transported you to a different jail, or are you still holding it down?
Same one. Same one.
In this case, the suspect. To drive
I'm the longest incarcerated person in this
totally
jail.
out of policy. Maybe this is a silly question. Totally out of policy.
Uh-oh.
If given the opportunity.
Silly
to,
question.
Similar to a pit maneuver, go up and ram the guy. Bump him over. Have
Yeah.
you seen that? Is it allowed?
Yes.
We've seen that, but not
Here.
allowed
There.
to. I'm sure it goes through every officer's mind, especially if you're sitting in traffic and this is going by.
disjointed. Thank you, mommy. Is disjointed mommy? Disjointed mommy in the chat by any chance? Thank you for the fun. Oh, I hope there's no melon juice. We don't. That was dramatic that day.
Well, a situation like this, likely these drivers don't even have an idea. He's coming up so quick. You can see the rate of speed, the difference that he's zooming by.
He's
these cars.
moving.
If you're driving, you got the radio on. You're dealing with other stuff.
He's got the radio
The
on.
motorcyclist comes
You
up,
know,
that's
you
all
kick
that
back with
happens.
your best girl.
oh, that was a pursuit.
Yes, John Man would be good. Bruce is doing a fine job, but
you're listening to Guar. You're just having a great time.
That's right behind, and
that's it.
The sort of area.
Well, it happened. There's enough of you that saw it and had details, so Creed's not crazy.
That's great, though. Mystery video.
Yeah.
Did it make any money?
Probably not. It's a midnight. Well, I guess that's not bad time. That's 9 o'clock on a waste case.
Yeah.
To pull over this motorcycle rider, and at some point, the community is going to.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lambo Red. I wouldn't really probably be watching this chase.
I am so sorry.
Just say it.
That is awful.
And now into the Cypress Park area on San Fernando Road.
Has anybody seen Gary? He's usually here by now.
He's now out of Glendale. Of course, he's gone through La Cañada, La Crescenta, Pasadena.
Yeah, Gary's here right there.
Oh,
thanks, Gary. Thanks, Gary.
Gary. Freeway down
That's
here.
right. Lost Media 2025. Are you there for it?
It was the back room. I think that's what they call it, the back room.
I'm sorry, guys. If there's 7HC can pull out, I think CHP may
Allegedly, David. Allegedly.
They were not in the frame of the picture, so they may have just realized, you know what, this isn't worth it. We're canceling it. We'll just keep the helicopter.
What they do with every chase. What are you talking about? Anyways, I have a mushroom outside. I swear to God, it looks fake, like it's a ceramic mushroom. It's like perfectly shaped. I don't know where.
Mushrooms are creepy. They show up overnight. Like
they do.
Not there, and you show up the next day.
It's like that big.
You should know the Smurfs are all over the backyard.
Riverside.
This pursuit that is across multiple jurisdictions, and this guy just
Double F
to stop.
I do know. You live in the future, but do you know? Not Rick. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Not Rick is basically blind.
Oh, great. Now I'm happy to announce me and Not Rick will be wrestling one another for charity at the meetup.
Not Rick just got out of the hospital, so I think he's...
I'm definitely taking him on then. That's the first time I feel like I can beat a former professional wrestler.
The drivers are at least looking at that.
Interesting. That's
bring the clown back.
I always wonder, what's their motivation to
Wolverine, thank you. Speaking of clowns, I don't know why Facebook and/or ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, thinks that Creed wants to be at their show in Charlotte. I don't, but they are advertising the living shit out of it. I mean, they would lose if they should just give me a free ticket at this point. They've spent so much money advertising that show to me. I don't
trying to get you to go.
Yeah, I'm not a juggalo. I'm sorry.
He's
just a juggalo. Everywhere we go.
But 0.0.
Was at an intersection where the cars were blocking. He had to lane split and kind of
nothing but money, son.
Aside from that, he is going through every single
Jasmine on the plank.
I thought for amazing. Oh, past Jasmine.
Was that moment when he would do a stop at that intersection? It was
done.
Unmarked.
Paused schedule 1 just to watch it too. Done. Good job.
Sounds like a plan.
0.0.
Oh, wow, guys, right on top of it.
No, I heard Meatloaf passed not long ago, though.
Do not notice that
you think also broke news yesterday about Chris Cornell passing.
Yes, we all.
Oh, just wait for the chat to light up now.
Tony Target, thank you. Apparently, $5 Wednesday is a thing, so we're going for it.
We're all in.
Taking over lead to
now they've been doing that for as many years as we've been doing. I know that. I don't know why that's like big news, and they talk about that sometimes. I think, well, if it's going to get pretty, listen, you're chasing a motorcycle. I don't know. It's so weird.
And they were saying earlier, like, wow, this must be pretty serious. They are not backing down. Like, they put all these assets into it, only to later back out. Why just not even chase them at all? Just let it go if that's what you're going to do.
Behind them, not hearing the light, the siren, because you're not really going to hear the siren.
Oh, I got nothing for you. I think that's a new one. Thank you, Paul.
I like that, Paul.
So you're going to see the
Fred Franklin and Rose have a palm tree now. I don't know how that grows there, but
wow, Wow.
driving like a
That island life, boy.
Yeah, we want to update our viewers right now. North Alameda. This has been now in the downtown area. If Air 7 can
Oh, did you? Is that what he's looking at? Your nudes? I mean, not nudes. Your it's a screenshot.
Yes.
Downtown Arcadia, and
that's what I'm looking at right now.
One right there, where
all about
that's the same freeway where we had some police activity earlier.
Yeah,
we told you about. So now there's multiple things.
Speaking of slap fight, that's Saturday night. If you guys want to see people slap the shit out of each other, join us Saturday night. Is there a time?
8 o'clock, usual start time. And this one's special because it's a elimination tournament. 10 people will go in, and by the end of the night, we will crown a champion.
Oh shit, man.
Here's some video if you're just tuning in of this
Hello,
on
John.
the right side of your screen.
Beautiful flowers, by the way, John. Say gardener, kind of like
yeah, I saw those posts. Beautiful.
When we
like that. We'll talk flowers sometime, bud.
Oh, that was a flower pun. Let's talk flowers sometimes, bud. See
I looked
right there. I like it.
I looked up that mushroom out there, and it's got some of them have like psychedelic, but anyways, it's a super poisonous. And the worst thing is, it doesn't show up for like 12 hours after you eat it. Like all of a sudden, it's
as you're looking on the right side.
Always get like different varieties of mushrooms. Always, it's always like never the same one.
But we've only
just
seen one.
Look at how perfect this thing is. It's like it's a perfect mushroom. It almost looks like it's safe to eat because it's so like nice and white, you know.
It's a mushroom cap mushroom.
Always
yeah.
On these pursuits, we really your advice.
They said some of them can be psychedelic.
But again,
I'm sure about everything you eat outside off the ground can make you see things.
So I was thinking maybe it's worth the diarrhea and shit. You know,
the diarrhea.
Los Angeles and going through these very congested areas. They're not getting on the freeway, which a lot of times we see the pursuit suspects just go.
I don't know. Are you here and really live in the chat right now, Sophie?
I know. See that giant live? We wouldn't put that up there if it wasn't.
Hey, there's a mushroom walking across the street. Did you guys see that?
That was weird, wasn't it?
Well,
I've always thought it was weird when people are out with umbrellas like that.
In the sun, I know. I don't know. I feel like such a douchebag.
Oh, the sun's on my skin again.
Listen, though, if we do YouTube long enough, Mikey, we can start buying umbrellas and hats and shit. Just throwing them away when we're done with them.
Oh, I'd love that.
Fix the bike and get away. But in this case, there doesn't seem to be a.
Hello, Nate.
And that's one of the problems for
Nate.
Yeah, certainly.
There'll be a poll during a live. Hell no.
Ideas of how to get away.
No, and if we make it to doing War Warming Wednesday, it won't be a poll either.
Oh, I don't know. We're kind of encroaching into the time now, ladies and gentlemen.
It is dipping. We do have other obligations today, so we really can't go over the time.
Right now, here in the downtown Los Angeles area, right now.
I know we were saying that. Those of you who don't know, we had a live chase at one point, and I believe it was close to downtown LA. I feel like it was.
It was definitely on city streets.
Yeah. Dude took a little bit of a tumble by about 100 and something feet in the air, flying through the air like Superman.
We're just saying that may be into a parking structure.
Oh.
That's what I said to do at the beginning of this case.
Is that a parking structure? Jesus Christ, that whatever that is huge. Is that like apartments or something?
Is that part of Union Station?
Did he do it?
Oh my God, look how big that
Might
is.
just be an apartment complex.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think that's one of those like Orsani massive.
That is the
Look at that pool.
Complexes. We're getting confirmation.
Look at that Nate right there, 10 bones. Thank you, buddy. May I please ask for good thoughts and prayers for my father-in-law? He's been in the hospital since Saturday. Absolutely. Nat, thank you for the 10. Appreciate that. And our best to your father-in-law.
What a great son-in-law to ask us to do that.
110 freeway.
So you see it if you commute on the 110, you see the Da Vinci
Are those solar panels all over the top?
I believe so. What happens if it hails?
I'm sure a lot of areas where this person can just offload that bike and find a hiding spot.
Well, I got nothing but oaks on this acre and a half, so that makes sense.
Went up in flames during construction just off the 110 freeway. They
Fun fact.
Rebuilt this very large development. And the motorcyclist.
Are we crashing? Stop spinning around like that. Shit.
Like, yeah. Jay Metal, thank you for the 2. This guy is who John Bon Jovi thinks he is.
Area. That's got to be a bit daunting. How do you even begin when you have
well, I did show my mushroom and report it.
That is the question. You've got multiple entrances.
Bruce.
You're looking at a.
And there's one of those self-driving cars that the cops are going after now.
Wow, look at that fountain.
That is a nice fountain.
And
I wonder if homeless people go to the bathroom at a Donna, thank you. Sally Tastefree, I like that. 500 of you, by the way. Thank you for joining us. I think it'd be a great idea if you subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, I am just
That's how you
curious
do it,
about
right?
how a
What
lot
do they
of
call that?
people
Call
are
to action, I believe.
Yes, that's when you tell everybody, go ahead and hit the like.
People work from home these days.
Please.
And just the
Goodness sakes.
I'm down with some mushrooms for the Australian descent.
Over here to the
I don't
right,
disseminate.
I'm not sure if our camera from Air 7 can see that. There were some officers that were stopped right there. Zoom in. There's an
Put your
officer
cash
on
app
the
in there and
curb,
see what
another one
happens.
that
Get
just
your
pulled
blessings.
back. So they were focused on that entrance.
Are you having a conversation with somebody, Miss K, or are we just spouting off?
I think you just wandered in on something we weren't supposed to see.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Clearly, officers are there. They're well aware that this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're just flooding the place from miles away.
Probably now weighing their options, as Bruce spoke to, as to did the bad guy win at this juncture? Do they remain on the scene, or do they just call it quits and pull out?
I think he's going to make it. I don't know about you guys, but I think that was a pro move. I think that was far enough. Where was the black vehicle that was following him?
We saw a massive.
I wish they could back it up. I don't know. Maybe check and see if he did drive in. I mean, it happened so.
Law enforcement is trying to get a hold of the security footage right now to say we need to.
The security footage, yes. I'm sure they get that instantaneous.
Oh, don't bite.
Just pull it out.
Security. So I'm wondering exactly.
That's true. Yeah, weather's very different.
All police work has gotten. It's never easy, but it's been. You're getting.
Oh wow! Imagine having an apartment with a taco truck like 12 feet away from you, off of your balcony.
They do have a 24-hour live monitoring station.
Nat, thank you to the Tabones.
I'm sorry. You're a great daughter-in-law.
What'd you call it, Nathan or something?
No, I said what a great son-in-law.
Oh, well,
I can't see the picture.
Sure.
That's true. Is it a cat? It's a cute cat. It's a black cat. I understand. Very hard to photograph black cats. Trust me, I have 3 of them. I get it.
LAPD is now
My sincerest apologies.
That's Natalie's pussy in the picture. I don't know why you.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Early stages here.
Really? Give up.
We're taking off.
Finding him.
Bruce, where it just takes more manpower, so they got.
By the way, I kind of don't want to do any more live chases that Bruce is not part of. I'm a Bruce fan now.
I didn't decide to go live until they said Bruce was there.
Bruce, yes, that's wait to see if Bruce was there. Bruce is such
this property, so he's got to be in there somewhere. So maybe time is on their
I'm
side.
sure this very nice apartment area is going to want to be bothered by the cops today.
They'll contain it. They'll eventually start.
I mean, look, it's connected by a sky bridge.
2 sky bridges. I mean, look at this veranda or whatever that is, where there's like I guess it's a roundabout. People are driving in it right now. Hell of a nice place, though.
What you're looking for initially may change.
Yeah. One thing to point out, I think we.
That'd be such a nice area.
Throughout this entire pursuit coverage is if this guy was armed, if he had.
Sure, it's not a hotel. I mean, damn, that's nice.
That was talked about a long time ago.
I want to let our viewers know that we are going to be wrapping up our coverage here.
I mean, not to sell them. That was there was other reasons for it, but that's.
Going to keep you posted this
Dude,
afternoon
imagine.
on Eyewitness News at 3 p.m. Giving you a recap now on the right side of your screen when this pursuit came to
no, I have not.
here as that motorcyclist.
How does that work? You just drop a couple mushrooms in there like you do cucumbers into water?
Probably boil it.
Seen since that was roughly 10 minutes ago. LAPD is setting up a perimeter.
Mushroom ketchup.
Yeah, I remember you making that disgusting stuff. Yeah.
Mushroom just does it doesn't. Mushrooms don't have a lot of taste though. Typically,
it's more of a earthy.
What is regular programming? What are we watching? Oh,
as that. So you had to mention that we were almost there, and then they cut it. Creed, come on, man.
Of course.
Come on, man. Well, it's time for Wild Woman Wednesday.
Speaking of wild women,
Casey. So Creed's gonna thank these people, and we're gonna jump out of here. And we'll be 2 cigarettes and right back.
that's let's eat that mushroom. We'll see. The kind of wild. Thank you. Jude, thank you, Sweet Tea, Colin Owen, Caveman Ware, Bruno, Disjointed, Kiernoff, Gary. Not Rick, Wolverine, Don, Tony, Paul, Natalie, J Metal, Donna, Natalie. Oh, and I talk about Bruno too. I'll never forget I talk about Bruno.
Well, boys and girls, we do now end this live broadcast and return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Already in progress, maybe.
I remember. This is my goodbye. Just always remember, a nice ass should be seen and not heard. Okay.
Just do what I tell you.
That guy just said, just do what I tell you. I heard that motherfucker got a palm tree now.
I heard Mario play that outro on his drums when he was setting up for a show.
I heard a guy on YouTube call him Mario.